Imagine standing at the threshold of an ancient monastery. The air thick with the scent of incense and the distant chime of bells echoing through mist-shrouded mountains. What if the secrets to a life of unshakable peace, secrets whispered by the Buddha over 2 millennia ago, could transform your everyday struggles into opportunities for profound growth? As a scholar who has dedicated more than 40 years to the study of Buddhist philosophy, poring over the Pali Canon, the Mahayana Sutras, and the koans of Zen masters in secluded libraries and meditation halls across Asia, I have seen these teachings not as relics of the past, but as living tools for navigating the chaos of modern existence. Yet, in our era of endless distractions and superficial pursuits, these wisdoms are often overlooked, leaving many adrift in a sea of fleeting pleasures and persistent discontent. Today, on Buddha Story 68, we delve into a timeless exploration that blends sacred narratives with my own reflections from decades of research, practice, and teaching. By the time we conclude this journey, you'll possess not just intellectual understanding, but actionable insights that could redefine your approach to happiness, prompting you to watch every moment. Save this video for repeated reflection, and perhaps even share it with those seeking solace in turbulent times. Subscribe to Buddha Story 68 for more such enlightening tales. And let's uncover how generosity, forgiveness, acceptance, and a pure mind can illuminate your path amid life's impermanence. Chapter 1. The difference between pleasure and happiness. In the intricate discourse on human well-being, pleasure and happiness are frequently entangled in our perceptions, much like vines that appear inseparable until examined under the discerning light of Buddhist doctrine. Drawing from my extensive immersion in the Dhammapada, a collection of the Buddha's verses that I have translated and analyzed in my scholarly works, I have come to view pleasure as a transient flicker, akin to a candle's flame dancing briefly before succumbing to the wind, while true happiness is the sun's steadfast radiance, illuminating without diminishment. Pleasure, or sukha in its superficial form, emerges from sensory engagements that ignite momentary delight but vanish swiftly, leaving echoes of longing. In my personal meditations, often conducted in the quiet of Himalayan retreats, I have observed how this impermanence, anicca in Pali, underpins all conditioned experiences. A principle the Buddha emphasized to liberate us from attachment. Contemporary life assaults us with siren calls to pleasure, the seductive promise of a flawlessly brewed latte, the gleam of cutting-edge technology in shop displays, or the adrenaline of impromptu escapes to sun-kissed shores. From my perspective as a researcher who has lectured on Buddhist ethics in universities worldwide, these are not inherently malevolent. The Buddha, in texts like the Sigalovada Sutta, acknowledged sensory joys as part of lay life without advocating their outright rejection. However, he illuminated a profound truth that my own life experiences have validated. These delights are ephemeral because they are bound by change. The coffee cools, the vacation concludes, the gadget obsolesces, each instance reinforcing the cycle of restlessness. In my early years of study, I chased intellectual pleasures through voracious reading of sutras, only to encounter burnout. It was a personal revelation mirroring the Buddha's warning that such pursuits sow seeds of dukkha when we cling to them. True happiness, conversely, is an unconditioned state, paramattha sukha, residing in the mind's serene core, unswayed by external fluxes. The Buddha's metaphor in the Dhammapada of happiness shadowing a pure mind has been a cornerstone of my teachings. Purity isn't sterile perfection but a vigilant awareness where desires arise like clouds and dissipate without storm. Compassion, or karuna, becomes the anchor, enveloping self and others. In my opinion, this distinction is crucial in today's therapy culture, where quick fixes like mindfulness apps promise bliss but often overlook the deeper cultivation required. Consider pleasure as licking honey from a blade, a vivid image from the Milindapanna dialogues, sweet yet perilous if mishandled. Happiness, by contrast, is garden tending, patient, nourishing, yielding fruits season after season. Through my fieldwork in Thai monasteries, I've witnessed monks embodying this, finding joy in simplicity amid poverty, a stark counter to Western affluence's veiled loneliness. Western ideologies, influenced by consumerism as I've critiqued in my publications on comparative philosophy, equate happiness with accumulations, achievements, possessions, Experiences, portrayed in media as idyllic families in luxury vehicles or couples in paradisiacal retreats. These are aesthetically pleasing, yet as the Buddha analogized to thirsting in deserts, they lead to disillusion when impermanence strikes. Historically, similar pursuits plagued the Buddha's era. As detailed in the Jataka tales, he didn't negate desire but questioned post-satiation voids. In my view, discerning this inaugurates moksha-like freedom from illusions of external delight. The Young Prince's story, a Jataka variant I've analyzed, exemplifies. Opulence's wilted flower awakens to transience. Personally, a similar epiphany came during a sabbatical in Japan. Observing cherry blossoms' brief bloom, teaching enjoyment sans clinging enhances sweetness. Authentic happiness stems from indestructible qualities: dana, generosity; metta, compassion; khanti, patience; panna, wisdom, enduring market crashes or aging. Each act imprints abiding joy, far surpassing purchases. Equating pleasure's wave with oceanic depth airs, pleasure enlivens, but incessant chase fatigues. Happiness lurks in silence beneath. Trainable repose allowing transience sans disruption. This bliss enables fearless living, built on self-knowing ground. Contemplating pools, blade or garden. Such pauses, in my experience, birth enduring joy, the Buddha's awakening call. Part 2. Pleasure in daily life and the path beyond. Pleasure infuses modern routines, marketed as essential. Urban landscapes brim with temptations, fashion's renewal, cuisine's seduction, travel's escape. In my scholarly lens, informed by the Vinayas guidelines on monastic simplicity, these aren't condemned. The Buddha, in the Anguttara Nikaya, permitted lay sensory joys, yet, he urged recognition of their conditioned nature. Bound by anicca, incapable of lasting peace. Acquisitions thrill. New items rush fades swiftly. In Western, retail therapy, I see a parallel to the Buddha's leaking jar metaphor, never fulfilling. Culinary joys, as I've savored in Sri Lankan temples, lift momentarily but recur hunger. Teaching mindful tasting sans dependency. Travel's transformative promise, from my pilgrimages to Bodh Gaya, awakens gratitude yet wanes upon return. The Buddha's foot journeys located home in mind. These become wisdom windows. See impermanence. Craving habits. Zen's tea overflow koan, a favorite in my lectures, illustrates expectations overflow. Western accumulation ethos challenges detachment. But the Buddha's middle way, wise enjoyment, gifts balance. My practice, anticipate, immerse, observe post, unveils liberation. Middle path. Mindful indulgence teachers, worn items recall cycles. Empty plates momentary satisfaction, returns universal sky. Pleasure doorway to happiness. Impermanence recognition ends permanence pursuit. Presence yields joy sans compulsion. Buddha's smile. Pleasure tasted, not trapped. Emulate by embracing fleeting beauty. Grateful, rooted in unfading happiness. World differs. Allure sans pull. Delight sans grief. Thrill sans loss. Middle way lantern through pleasure's landscapes. Home everywhere. Chapter 2. Recognizing the mistakes in seeking happiness. The illusion of external sources. Societal whispers externalize happiness, purchases, achievements, approvals. In my research on the Sutta Pitaka, this mirrors ancient illusions the Buddha pierced. Impermanence underpins gains, bodies change, possessions decay, praises shift, clinging creates self-suffering. As sand fist analogy, wealth's desire, comfort noble, but worth measure traps, salt water thirst. Success, noble, but identity tied unravels with falls. Approval, innate, but dependency seeds peace to whims. Misunderstandings distract from cultivation. Buddha condemned not pursuits but clinging, appreciate sans possession. Introspection reveals stress, status labor. Void filling buys. Authenticity sacrificing impressions. Recognition pivots inward. Buddhist balance. Enjoy comforts. Root in enduring virtues. Peace in breath. Kindness. Gratitude. Buddha's gentleness. Internal capacity. Tend mind garden. Reflect. Seeking where? Flower hold? Clarity begins peace. The story. The king who had everything and still felt empty. Realm's opulent king. Palace jewel. Gardens blooming. yet void grows. Additional palace. Festival fail. Gardener encounter. Body palace. Heart home neglected. 10 sands demand. Roots water with giving. Forgiving. Presence. King shifts. Share. Forgive. Present. Joy returns simple. Grove memorial. Buddha's words recall. Void invitation imperishable seek. The lessons for an unshaken heart. Narrative mirrors our chases. Failure sign misplaced look. Lesson 1. Heart abundance over material. Lesson 2. Getting to giving. Lesson 3. Impermanence peace. Lesson 4. Inward courage. Lesson 5. Presence practice. Shifts. Notice. Loosen. Give. Pause. Emptiness joy space. Dhammapada contentment wealth. Redefine as living. Envision garden. Root query. Palaces fleeting. Quiet smile sufficiency. Teaching. Seed 10 transcends flux. Wheel step. Enough ground. Chapter 3. Accepting reality. The gentle art of living with change. Life river. Never pause. Same flow. Anicca. All subject. Suffering refusal accept. River. Seasons unchange. Resistance exhaust. Move discover peace uncertainty. First noble truth. Dukkha unsatisfactoriness. Anicca loss and past difficult. Loosen grip. Equanimity live. React to rest. Awareness step. Tree metaphor. Meet seasons trust. Acceptance engage release demand. Events gifts reveal slow. Western judge quick. Acceptance space suffering less. Resistance layer add. Arrows metaphor. Meditation clear. Arise pass. Freedom find. Art practice return. Invitation immerse no once. Moments precious cherish sands hold. Cherishing peace find. The story of maybe yes, maybe no. Valley farmer. Horse loss, maybe. Return more, maybe. Injury, maybe. War spare, maybe. Events river turn. Meaning reveal. Steadiness acceptance. Mirror. Label rush turbulence. Phrase wisdom lighten. Personal work see. Loss meaning. Miss save. Invite care sands rigid. Celebrate sands forever. Grieve sands never. Life change full unshaken light hold. Breathe watch unfold. Breathing with reality. Letting go practice. Farmer echo practice. Anapanasati calm clarity. Position comfortable. Gravity hold. Eyes soft. Deep breath. Natural return. Focus sensation. Cool warm. Allow as is. Inhale. Here. Exhale. Let go. Thoughts guest greet. Return. Expand sounds. Arise fade meet open. Uncertain mind. Sensations note. Breath meet soften. Pause stillness. Unshakable touch. Return room. Feel change. Breathing yes sands demand. Freedom fight. Steadiness uncontrollable meet. Acceptance clarity compassion. Patience roots. Equanimity seeds. Flow trust. Practice being. Heart steady horses. Chapter 4. Happiness of generosity. Dana. Joy giving without expectation. Dana. Spirit free offers sands measure return. Path beginning. Seed virtue. Dissolve separate illusion. Parami. Intention purity. Give beautiful. Nourish both. Beyond material. Time. Safety. Kindness. Fearlessness. Misunderstand philanthropy. Intimate accessible. Mind give. Grasping release lightness. Expectation sands. Freedom. Stories. Poor woman heart large. Walls break. Lamp light multiply. Fears meet wise. Sustainable. Daily. Message. Meal. Skills. Ear. Enlightenment close. Grasping free. Ownership illusion. Borrowed willing light. Challenge. Daily act reflect. Story Bodhisattva tigress boundless. Seed root. Give today shared. The story. Bodhisattva starving tigress. Prince compassionate. Forest tigress cubs. Resignation. Unity see. Body offer. Protest. Firm. Wound. Revive nourish. Grief awe. Remember. Illustration boundless. Small ways live. Relationship. Share transform. Invitation offer free. Heart open. Wealth give. Living joy giving. Generosity challenge. Act distant. Essence daily. Underestimate small, consistent shape. Gifts warmth. Listen. Forgive. Aid. Intention pure sands ledger. Opportunities. Share. Message. Merge. Note. Attention. Self-balance. fullness sustain. 30-day, kind act. Reflect, shift evident, seeing way. Hand heart open, resistance soften expansion. Change giver, loosen, strengthen. Seeds, fruits happiness connection. Interdependence belonging. Not separate, weave fabric. Vision unity, natural give. Day offer, giving enduring open. Chapter 5. Power forgiveness, forgiveness freedom. Coal metaphor, burnholder. Not condone pretend. Free resentment prison. Burden optional, choose lay. Clear sea, shared suffering. Self-benefit, apology independent. Wisdom skill, cleaning cut. Self-harder, foundation. Non-attachment, release impermanence. Ongoing, charge fade. Cultures exchange knots clear. Intention silent dissolve. Power rewrite. Author, courage strong. Compassion arise. Story carrying woman past weight. Pause consider carrying, set breath. The story, carrying woman. Monks Tanzan Aikido. River woman, carry, obsess. Confront, put down, why carry? Mental burden, hold anything. Cleaning suffering. Forgiveness set down. Daily grievances collect shape. Mindfulness notice set. Response sans add. Uncleaning live. Ask carrying, worth, set light. Beginning doorway peace. Reflection practice. Burden down. Self-gift liberation. Traveler's stones accumulate burden. Practice release. Neither denial, new relation. Story-free compassion. Weight judgment. Lives Aikido, carried beyond. Awareness, carrying, body feel. Compassion universal. Meditation. Posture breath. Memory whisper forgive free. Resistance note lighten. Past owns not, remain rule not. Return choose. Daily opportunities. Weave notice query set. Doorway fully shadows absent. Chapter 6. Free roots suffering path nirvana. Truth suffering causes understand free. Poisons loba dosa moha. Greed grasping need more. Hatred pushing cannot stand. Delusion cloud separate permanent. Living forces daily. Recognize transform. Antidotes generosity kindness wisdom. Nirvana extinguish free rest. Joy independent. Taste understand devotion. Roots play stories angulamala. Practices recognize let. Pause breath release grain. Story angulamala. Darkness light. Name fear necklace. Student twisted kill task. Obedience. Kill. Buddha encounter stopped harming. Gaze weight change. Disciple accept shock. Past fruit bear patience. Transformation notice aid. Childbirth truth ease. Peace understand ending. Truth wander light. Stop cycle stillness. Daily practice uproot. Path nirvana. Transformation practice alive. Poisons cloud shape. Recognize replace persist. Greed hunger. Antidote generosity let small. Hatred resentment. Meta meditation extend. Delusion mistaken. Wisdom mindfulness activity. Uproot awareness light not fight. Evening reflect poisons intention better. Path instrument clumsy flow. Glimpse nirvana free here. Invitation begin give kindness notice gift. Promise possible forward. Nourishment steady freedom within. Conclusion. Close journey rest space. Timeless teaching stories. Four lights. Acceptance. Generosity. Forgiveness. Pure mind. Acceptance flow trust peace. Generosity antidote compassion. Forgiveness down own. Pure free nirvana. Weave reinforcement. Not perfect companions. Message worthy love not. Stories shape choices again. Breathe truth send. Carry jewels night. Return share follow. Well peaceful rest.